Okay, so make sure you've got water to hand. We're going to do 30 minutes Pilates. We're going to start seated for our session today. There is obviously the option of sitting on a chair if you prefer. So find a nice comfortable position, whether that is legs crossed or legs in front, or obviously seated. So just find a position where you're going to feel comfortable to start off the session today. Just going to turn my volume up a bit. So, thinking about our contact with the mat, I kind of often start this way. I think it's important to feel grounded, feel supported by the earth, by the mat where you're sitting. So notice where you are making contact with the mat. Obviously not as much as if you were lying. So feel supported, feel ready to start the session by bringing yourself emotionally as well as physically to the next half hour. We're going to roll those shoulders back. Just do that a few times. You won't want to have your hands out. You can have your hands here if you prefer. And just rolling those shoulders back a few times. Doing that slowly, you really feel when you're bringing that back and down of that posture correcting, so we're not hunched over, not rounding out those shoulders. Next time, just stay with those shoulders back and down. Bring the hands to where you want them to be, whether that's resting on the knees or in front. Close your eyes if you feel comfortable to do so. And we're going to bring our focus to our breath. So I'm just turning my mic down a bit. So inhaling through the nose, take a gentle inhale, maybe a longer one than you might do, so slightly deeper, and then a gentle exhale through the mouth or nose, making that slightly longer than your inhale. And repeat. And with every exhale, I want you to think about maybe the stresses, the worries, the anxieties, anything that is bothering you right now, whether that's emotional or physical. I want you to imagine that seeping out of your body with your exhale, with your breath. And imagine yourself sinking a little bit deeper into the mat. So bringing with you a sense of calm to start the session today. Bringing the breath back to natural breathing. I'm just going to take one hand to the mat and lean over the side and repeat the other side. So dynamic stretches to start the session, not rushing them, but also not pausing for too long in the stretch. So just starting to stretch, warm up the muscles, but also energize the body, ready for the exercises. You're going to pause here and then just take that in a diagonal reach, and then back over to the side and then diagonal reach. Do that one more time and take that the other side. So reaching right over and then forwards diagonally. Last one. Bringing your hands back to your knees and just circling that top half in one direction. And then change direction. Bringing it back to center. You're just going to take a look up at the ceiling, open out the arms and the chest, and then just rounding out the spine, looking down towards the mat and repeating seated cat-cow. Just one more. Bring that back to center. We're going to take ourselves into a box position on the mat. So, starting off with your nice neutral spine. So thinking about not rounding or arching. We're going to take an active thread through of the needle and reach up. Keep going to that one side. Last one. Other side. So let your gaze follow your hand. Bring both hands back to the mat and just take a little pace forward with the hands now. See how far I'm going, about that much. Bring your shoulders to align with your hands. You're taking yourself into a kneeling kind of mini plank. From here, draw that belly button towards the spine. Remember, if you've got any wrist problems, you can go onto your fists. You can either go onto your elbows. Drawing yourself back into child's pose and then returning to your plank and repeat. So again, noticing your spine, making sure that when you come here, we're not dropping the hips. You want to keep that controlled. One more. Bring it back to box position. We're going to take it to our first exercise. Remember, grab water whenever you need it. You're going to tuck your toes in. So starting with our core, seeing as we're here. Again, you can be on your elbows if you prefer. Be on your elbows, you can. Just check it. So we're going to take ourselves into a bear plank. You're going to let those knees hover slightly off the mat. So just bringing them up like an inch off the mat. That's all you're doing, and holding that. And then returning. So we're going to keep doing that. So just a gentle lift. Draw that belly button towards the spine. Hold. And return. Keep going. I'm just going to take my jumper off. And of course your option is to just hold that for a little bit less time if you need to. So this time we're going to bring it up and hold it for longer. Again, you can stay with the previous exercise if you want. 4, 3, 2, and 1. One more time with that longer hold. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, we've now got new exercise, option number 1. You're going to stay in your bear plank. You're going to extend out into plank and then return to bear plank. Extend to plank, return to bear plank. Option number 2 Extend one leg, lift into bear plank, return and bring it back. Extend, lift, return and back. So choose that option that works for you. Let's go. I'm going to start with one and then change to the other. So you choose. Keeping that focus and just get that little rhythm. Notice where you're feeling it working in your body. So whilst we are focusing on the core, you might be feeling it in your wrists, in your shoulders as well. Just two more. Bring that back briefly into child's pose. Extend the arms out. From here, you're going to extend one leg out and lift. So naturally you're going to arch a little bit with the spine, but try and keep it as neutral as you can. From here, you can stay in this position or just open out the hip. So that's option number one, facing straight down. Option number two is lifting the hip. And we're just going to bend and extend that leg, the extended leg, either here or here. So point that toe. And really feel that control when you bend and extend. Notice where you're feeling that in your muscles. Next time, just hold that out for 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend, return and back down. We're going to do the same on the other side. So lift, extend the leg, choice to open out the hip, and then bend and extend. Lovely, keep that focus. Not too fast. So just imagine just keeping that gentle rhythm and flow. Well, not imagine, actually do it. Next time, hold it out for 4, 3, 2, 1, return, return. Well done. We're going to bring ourselves into a seated position. From here, you're going to lower yourself down to lie on your backs. So most of the rest of the session, in fact all of it I think, is on our mats. We're going to start off with a basic crunch. So if you've got any neck problems, you can always lift alternate or both knees so you're working the lower half instead. Otherwise, hands by the side of the head, not on the neck. Exhale as you lift it up. Inhale as you take it back down. So again, we'll try not to speed this up too much. Keep that chin off the chest. And keep the focus of the rhythm and the flow. Really notice those abdominal muscles working as you draw yourself up. This time reach the arms overhead and then bring them round as you crunch up. Return them overhead as you come back. Exhale and inhale. Really notice your breath and how that can help you with the exercises that you're doing. 2 more. You're going to bring your legs up to tabletop, making sure that you've got that 90-degree angle so we're not crunched in here. So you are having to hold that position. You're going to take opposite elbow to knee, extend the other leg, then raise and lower that extended leg, and then take that the other side and then raise and lower. You can point and flex if you want. Always got the option of doing an oblique crunch instead. So if you don't want to do the raise lower with your feet in the air, you can keep your feet on the floor and take that to just singles of an oblique crunch. Think about your lower back, just double checking that it isn't arching out. So I'm just easing us into the next set of exercises, which are going to be focusing on the lower half. Top half is going to be pretty static. Last 2. Last 1. Bring your feet back to the mat. Head and shoulders down and rested. Arms by the side. Notice your contact with the mat. Notice where the head, back of the head, shoulder blades going down to below the lower back, where you're just feeling that contact. You want everything to stay where it is, so we're not going to lift when we do the next few exercises. We're going to take ourselves to a Pilates bicycle now. Imagine you are literally pedaling in the air. Flex the foot, point it as you bring it up. So try and exaggerate that flex and point. Other leg can be here or it can be extended. Your choice. If you extend it, you'll notice your lower back wants to lift, so just be mindful of that. So you're going to feel this more in your quads, your hamstrings, your glutes and your hip flexors. So all this kind of top part of the leg really is where you're going to feel it, and by exaggerating that flex and point, we're going to just work down into the calves as well. Change direction of your cycle. Take a pause. Your leg can be fully extended or it can be bent. Again, other leg can be extended or bent. We're now going to circle that foot. Again, you can circle the knee, and you've got that option of supporting the other leg by resting the foot. So those circles are as big or small as you want to, but we're not lifting the hips, and we're not lifting the shoulder blades off the mat or any part of your top half that is grounded. Let's change direction. Last one. Bring that back to the floor, both feet on the mat. Can you notice a difference between the two legs, the one that's just worked, the one that hasn't? Hopefully you can. Let's take that to the other side. Pedal in one direction with the other leg. Still stay nicely grounded. Remember the flexing point. And then change direction. Lovely, just a couple more. Take a pause and circle. Remember, always got the options. Foot here, leg bent, take rests if you need to. That circle is as big or as small as you want to. Pause and change direction of the circle. Last 3, 2, and 1. Bring that foot back again. Do you notice a difference between the leg that's just worked and the one that's just had a little rest? We're going to finish off ET style cycling in the air. Option to do just one leg. Still top half stays static. So if you're doing just one leg, go to the other leg. If you are doing both legs, reverse your cycle. Fabulous. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take your arms out to the side now so you've got a nice stable top half. Feet can stay on the floor, they can come to tabletop, or they can extend all the way out. We're going to drop them over to one side and then bring back to center. Hip will lift now, but keep those shoulder blades still firmly on the mat. So the top half still stays static. If you're finding that things are lifting as you're tipping over, just rein that in a little bit. So you're really focusing on your core, for doing the hard work. And you've still got the option of dropping the knees side to side without your legs in the air. Just 2 more. Last one. So just have a little hug in and a gentle rock side to side. Extend the legs all the way out, arms up above the head. Take 3 deeper breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth or nose. Still in your stretched position. Bring your arms back over, just a little hug of the knee. And the other side. And then bring one foot to the mat and just extend and bend, and then just hold for 3, 2, and 1. Other side. Extend, bend, and hold for 3, 2, 1. Bring yourself slowly up to a seated position. And just finishing with A quick lean over on one side and the other side. Just hold. Legs in front. One foot crosses over, gentle twist. And the other side. Lovely, deep breath in and exhale. Amazing, well done. Drink lots of water. Just going to turn this recording off, so if you've been doing it recorded, hope you enjoyed it. See you another time.